college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Wolverines will kick this away to start us off. Bringing it out, it's Ballard. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good.
At the 18.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. When you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
He stays alive, and the protection breaks down yet again. Another sack.
Well, Chris, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. We're still adjusting, trying to get ready to start this game. That's back-to-back sacks to start the football game. And now, how do you like to face this third down if you're the quarterback after getting sacked the first 2 plays?
That's reeled in. It's Ibuka. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. The offense stays on the field with this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. And the wideout goes in motion. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. It looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to 30.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools. From both sides, it's just a different feel.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, that is an impressive start, Kirk. In an emotional game like this, to be so efficient, to click like that early is impressive.
Well, it's very impressive and a great way to start for this team because all the build-up and all the hype, now you can just settle in and play your game.
Well, they try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. They'll try the option play here. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
He's running, and now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. They recover their own fumble, but it is a big loss.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Michigan 0.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on 4th down. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone, and you're going for it here? You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver. They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. The offense already has one 4th-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Looking downfield, it's Howard. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun handoff here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. You'll recall the last time they played, the Wolverines won a very close game. That has not been forgotten in Columbus for a single minute since then.
No, and if I remember right, it was the Michigan defense that really stepped up and prevailed and led them to a close victory the last time out. Let's see what happens today if the Buckeyes offense can make the adjustments.
Can he get there on the ground? Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Nice first down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Hunter takes the toss, runs to his left. a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. They'll run the option. Pitch play to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. It's an option look. Pitch to the back.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Back to pass. It's Warren. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Nice grab. It's Morgan.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settled for the 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Well, that's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far, but one mistake could potentially be a game-changing play.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
The Wolverines are in the red zone now. Looking to pass. It's Orji. He bought some time, now lets it go. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Defense not pressing this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? Now the 40. At the 30 now. Tackled after the interception. That would be the final play this first time. Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Michigan offense back out on the field. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made after a solid gain. They spot the ball at the 34. First and 10 play coming up for the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him down out near the 40.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. And the Wolverines have first and 10 here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Important second down play coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Check out this scene. Tremendous buzz in the building here today. A lot of excitement around this college football matchup. We're expecting a full house this afternoon. We've got an anticipated clash here, as we'll see a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Will kick this deep to get us going. And the return starts from inside the 20. And the coverage team brings him down at the 20.
At the 26.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run the option. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the option play. Inside the 35. Using a strong stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
For offense coordinators, you see big runs like that in the first half, and you get real excited because that opens up so much more of your playbook, especially all of your counter plays and your play action.
Linebacker is maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. He'll toss it to the back. A change of direction. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
East Carolina, 0.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Contact as he let the ball go. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, that one's picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. At the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. The ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
See if they can punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with the option. And they'll be forced out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Linebackers making some adjustments now. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the defense just makes the stop short of the goal line, brought down at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. The quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point makes it a... There are a few settings where beautiful. Then West Point. Nike Stadium sits on the banks of the Hudson River, ready to come alive today in support of Army football. We've got a terrific matchup for you today. Fans have gotten here early, and they are ready to get this game underway. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 24th-ranked team, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Will kick this deep to start us off. First down here for this offense. The shotgun running play call. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
I mean, this is exactly how they wanted to start when it opened up this game, especially on the road. It's a really well-blocked play. Pick up a good chunk of yards. And if you're the offensive line, this is what you've talked about all week in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front. They give their running back plenty of room to pick up those good yards.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Has the first down and more.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
Second down coming up. That is the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
On the 9th play of this opening drive, it's third down and short. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. To throw, it's Pavia. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. And the Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. That's reeled in. It's Alexander.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Commodores line up with a 1st and goal. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. And they've got him.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for the offense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they grab the early lead.
Chris, when was the last time you saw an offense eat up the entire first quarter? Talk about moving the ball methodically down the field, and then eventually you're able to punch it in for a touchdown. This defense is going over the sidelines just looking for answers.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
7-0.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Five-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. And the Black Knights will crank up the tempo. To throw, it's Daly. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Crucial 3rd down play after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a quick round. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. And he drops back in the gun, bringing pressure. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
1st and goal here for the offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Second down after the incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Daly. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Black Knights. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, they roll the dice here, call that play, and it works out. They get points on the board, they cut into the lead. Now you got a ton of momentum going in at halftime to make some adjustments and come out feeling that you can come back and win this game.
Now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now.
That makes the score. Vanderbilt 14
And the Commodores will kick it off to begin the second half. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Comes back out onto the field. Secondary backed up off the ball now. We get the second half started with the running play. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
And that is a tough assignment for this strong safety because truly, he's really a hybrid player in this defense. He defends the pass, which makes him a defensive back, but his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking on these players, but that is a tough task to take on that big fullback.
That run moves the ball across the 35.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Option look. It's Daly. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
at the 37. Brings up third down.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. We give it to the big fullback here. And the Black Knights pick up first down yards to keep the drive going.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And the Black Knights churn out another first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. tackle up near midfield at the 48.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
This is the 6th play on the drive. The big fullback's got it here. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Back's got it on a counter. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The back's got it. And that run produces a decent gain.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Vanderbilt 14, Army 7.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Back to throw. It's Daly. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's brought down, a sack by the defense, coming up big on this 4th down play.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
It's a heavy formation. Extra blockers on the field. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they'll use the ground game here. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the offense will just take a knee. Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Just keep churning these yards out, playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal. Keep eating that clock.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
And that is just a great job by this defense on third down, getting penetration. They come up with a loss. Now, it's a big decision. Fourth down, as an offensive coordinator, if you're going backwards, what do you call?
The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points, and that will extend their lead even further. Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal, the offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks. And the Black Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Daly. Looking for the wideout. And is intercepted. And he's just going to go down as the time runs out in this ballgame. Well, this was a team that seemed to relish the underdog role curve. Not many people gave them a shot, and they seemed to get fuel from that.
Yeah, they had a different kind of energy about them today. I got to give them all the credit in the world. You could see on the sidelines how fired up they were. They knew a lot of people had counted them out before this game even started. They were able to prove them all wrong.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.